Okay, but why? What is all this? Good Lord, when did this happen? Oh my gosh. Hello, my lovely butterfly. Welcome to Butterfly Dreams. I am Stephanie. I have missed thee. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling off. I just don't know the word specifically to describe what I'm feeling. It's definitely not depression because I after many years of dealing with chronic depression, I know exactly how that goes. I just feel weird. I feel like everything seems so surreal with all the political tomfoolery and war and natural disasters. Like, just, it almost seems like nothing is what it seems. Like I'm living in a nightmare that I can't wake up from. I don't know. It's just some weird times. Weird times. And anyways, with this video, I just want to catch up. Hello, my lovely butterfly. My name is Stephanie. Welcome to Butterfly Dreams. I just kind of wanted to catch up and talk with you and have this very informal sort of chat about all the things on my mind. So I just finished my first semester as a junior in college, and oh my god, it was so tough. Today is the first day that I have no class, so finals are officially over, and I just decided to just be. I didn't put on any makeup. This is my hair that I washed yesterday. This is how it dried. I just recently got a haircut. I like to get my hair shaped, like dusted every 4 months or so with my layers, just because I feel like, first of all, it takes off those split ends and it keeps my hair looking healthy. So this is what it's like without me blow drying or anything. It's not too shabby, but I usually have it blowed out. Summer's kicking in here in Florida, and so I think I'm just gonna start doing my curly routine because it's just too hot and humid out there right now. Let's see, where do I start? Well, aside from the fact that I've been feeling off, I've also been in this spring cleaning mode. Got rid of a bunch of stuff. I think it's going on 5 years now that I've been living here. Let's see, 2021, October. Yeah, I think I'm going on 6 years now, right? Whatever. But anyways, 5 or 6 years that I've been living here in Miami, and I still love it. I've been gardening a lot more. I've learned how to do that. I've become an avid plant mom and gardener, and I flipping love it. I just feel like such a connection to the earth when I garden, and I love to see all the butterflies and the little birds and the little critters that come by. Just created my first raised garden bed using like this DIY. What is that? Oh god, that is happening now. Hopefully you can't hear it. They are using the weed whacker. It's one of the things that I hate, like the noise of mowers and stuff. My neighborhood is a cul-de-sac, so there's like not really many cars that pass through, and I have like this huge space of grass and trees, like my own personal park, it feels, and so it tends to be very quiet, and so I hate the noise pollution. I don't know, maybe this is me just getting older but I love peace and quiet nowadays. I really do it. I really appreciate that, and I love that where I live right now I have that accessible to me, thank god. Even though I'm in the city, I'm not in the city where I can go to the beach and it'll still be close, where I can go to downtown, it'll still be fairly close. So I love like where I live. I love my home. Every day I give thanks for it. I try to keep an attitude of gratitude even when there's challenges, because I feel like that has really helped me thrive, just keeping an attitude of gratitude. So So I was saying, I've been loving gardening and I've been trying all sorts of things. And so I have a little plant collection. I've been learning how to propagate my, I think it's called pothos. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I am the worst pronouncer ever, especially when it comes to English, because Spanish was my first language and I find myself just feeling more comfortable speaking in Spanish. I think I've mentioned this before on the channel. Oh, by the way, look at my manicure. This is the first time I ever do something with this like chrome effect, and I really liked it. It reminded me of Butterfly Dreams. Everybody say hi to Flora the unicorn, and there goes one of my monsteras, by the way. See, I love her. I ended up picking up 4 monsteras some time ago from, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right either. I think it's Monstera, whatever. I ended up picking up 4 of those in Trader Joe's one time. I personally think Trader Joe's has amazing flowers and amazing plants. When I brought them home, they've all been thriving. So I know some people are like worried about getting plants from supermarkets and stuff, but I think as long as you give them love, they'll thrive. So anyways, this is one of the ones I picked up from Trader Joe's and I love her. And then I have 2 more in my dining room area and they're huge. Let's see. So yeah, just finished my first semester as a junior. I took 4 classes this semester. One of them being ceramics. First time I ever messed around with clay. Let me tell you that medium is very, very humbling. I definitely felt like sometimes I'd love it and there are other times I would absolutely hate it, and I feel like that was kind of like the whole semester where I was like, oh, I love clay, no, I hate it, no, I love it. And definitely requires a lot of patience. There's so many variables and so many steps. First you got to build it. We didn't learn how to throw on the wheel. We didn't do that. We just hand built. So I mean, I'm proud of myself because a lot of the assignments I'm like, there's no way that I would be able to do that. For example, there was a whistle that I had to make and it had to have a sound. That took a lot of tries. I finally, I think on the 11th try where I was ready to give up, achieved the sound. So that was very, very exciting for me, and like I just proved to myself that practice makes perfect. Clay itself requires a lot of patience, and I don't consider myself the most patient woman on earth. But it was fun. I ended up loving my pieces. By the way, I don't know if you can tell right now, they look kind of weird, but I got my eyebrows microbladed about 14 days ago now. And so there's a process. This one is like on camera right now. It's looking darker, but because it has to peel and all that. Oh my God, the first day it was hilarious. My son came home and he didn't know I had done anything, but he's like looking at me like weird like this. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I don't know, Mom, you look like Frida Kahlo today. And the technician had told me they're gonna look dark. They're gonna look so dark. You gotta give them some time. It's like a process. I'm like, yeah, I have tattoos. Like, I know how that goes. But when he said that, I started to freak out. So then I started looking at videos of people's healing process and I started to feel better again. So right now, a lot of it has peeled off, like that top layer of skin. I think this one needs to go through some more peeling, but definitely that one's looking darker. So around this time, I was told that they will look almost non-existent because it's kind of like how the healing process goes. And then I was told that I'll start to see the color again, maybe I think at the 4th week. she did tell me that because I have oily skin that I should come in for a touch-up after I think 6 weeks. So I am gonna do that. I opted to do the microblading. Oh my god, there are just so many things. There's like the micro shading and I don't even know what else. But she did the microblading and she put a numbing cream that actually really numbed them to the point where I couldn't feel anything at all. And I've had tattoos before, and I mean, look, this is like one that I just added, I want to say a year or two ago, and around the bone here it was painful because he also touched this up for me. So I know what tattoos feel like and, you know, kind of like the process, but having something right on your face is so awkward. I keep resorting to either using hats or big glasses so that I don't have to walk around looking weird. At least now they're looking a little better, but I am noticing that one is looking so darker. It could also be the lighting too in here. So I did that and I felt like I've been wanting to do that for years, and I saw there was a Groupon at a local place for like, I think it was like $200 or something. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good deal, because I kept asking around and I was getting like $400 to $500, which I thought was excessive, being that they're just my eyebrows. I mean, all my other tattoos, I think this one was like, I don't even remember, but definitely not 500 or whatever. So I just thought like it was just too much. I just didn't want to invest. But now that I'm growing up, and I don't want to say older, because then my cells will listen to me and they're gonna make me age faster. No, as I'm growing up, you know, I've noticed that I mean, I've always had pretty sparse thin brows, especially because I grew up in the 90s. So I used to have tadpoles. I mean, it was just little lines going like this, like characters from animations or something. That's what I had. And obviously when I brushed them up, they look a little bit thicker, you know, that whole, what is it called, that, oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. Well, whatever, that whole technique where you freeze your brow in place, like I do that and they look pretty good. Right now I have ointment on them, but I'm really not even supposed to be messing around with them. They definitely do get a little bit itchy, but so far I'm liking it. I'll see if I remember to insert a picture of how they look the first day, which is really like, whoa. Like I took a Sharpie and I was like, choo. So that was pretty fun. But it was the funniest when my son said I look like Frida Kahlo. Like, you know, kids are honest, and I'm like, he's telling me the truth. Also, I have my tripod on my bed. I'm sitting on my bed, and so it's a little shaky. Yeah, I've just been very, what's the word, studious. I've been reading a lot. I've been consuming a lot of content about art and learning as much as I can. Oh my gosh, I really love my art history courses. I learned so flipping much, and now that I'm a junior in college with other fellow artists, it's so refreshing, and like I feel like I fit in with artistic professors that, you know, this is their path too, and I just feel like, wow, like I always felt like an outlier, an outcast, because I grew up in a family where like art wasn't really valued. It wasn't really it didn't really have a place for, you know, like it was like, oh, Stephanie likes art, wow, like, you know, I don't know, they considered it something subpar, so I was never really encouraged to follow that. And now that I'm here, I just feel like, oh my gosh, like it took me so long, and I finally decided to choose the path that I've always wanted to choose, which is art. And I'm just so thrilled to, like, every time I go into one of my classes, I give thanks, because it's something I've always wanted, and I'm finally crushing that lifelong dream alongside my daughters. They're also in college, and it's so surreal to think like the three of us are in college at the same time. I don't know, I just feel so good. I mean, I've definitely had challenges. It hasn't been easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, this is, yeah, definitely like easiest thing ever. No, I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time mom, and I'm the full-time manager of this home. So I felt like all semester long, something was always falling through the cracks, whether I'd forget something for work, or I forget that my son needed money for an activity and I had to go to the bank last minute. I don't know, just things like that, where I just felt like sometimes the groceries, I forgot to order them, because I just try to simplify my life as much as possible. So whatever is going to help me simplify my life, I love to order my groceries on Instacart. It's just, I've always detested to go into the grocery store. I hate how crowded the lanes are, and everybody's like jamming into your feet, and I'm like, no. Like, I hate it so much. I've never enjoyed that. And so honestly, I don't have any complaints with Instacart. Like, it saves me time. It's easy peasy, order it, and not sponsored, by the way, but I just feel like, sometimes we just need to, especially if you're a single parent, you need all the hacks in your life that are going to help you keep your home running. So anyways, I was saying how like I felt stretched thin for sure this semester. Definitely cannot take more than 4 classes. Luckily, my boss gives me the opportunity to be flexible with my job, so I'm grateful for that too, where I can like do both and switch my hours to work around my school schedule. That is such a blessing, and I know it. So I already have like plans for because I'm not taking summer classes. I said no, I can't do it. I did summer classes while I was getting my associate, and I was okay with it. A lot of them were online, but I just felt like I just couldn't do it. Like, I needed this break. Considering perhaps going away, I'm not sure. We'll see. I already have like activities that I want to do. I definitely want to go to a lot more local artist events. There's so many. I mean, that's another thing I'm grateful for. Living in Miami, one of the biggest artist hubs in the world, and so there's such a great artist community here, and everybody supports each other. Like, there's a lot of camaraderie, and I love that here with artists. And there's so many amazing museums, not to mention artists of all types of creative practices and disciplines. Like, I feel like I'm in my jam here. Like, I'm so grateful to even be here. This semester I got to go on a lot of field trips and learn about little gems in the area with my professors. I got to definitely see a lot of art. I'm already an avid museum goer, but like now knowing, like being there kind of like in the behind the scenes, I really enjoyed it, because being a student and going with your university, it just feels more legit. You're taken more seriously, and you learn about things you wouldn't learn otherwise. So I'm really loving that. And but I have been noticing, like, I've been feeling body aches, and I think my son is here. I hear the bus. He's probably gonna pop in here, by the way. But I've been feeling like, I don't know, my back started hurting the other day out of nowhere. My knee was hurting the other day. I started Pilates at some point. I had to stop because I got a really horrible pain in my leg. Just haven't been really active lately, and I want to get back into that. That's part of my plan for the summer. Get back into a workout routine. Read a bunch of books that I have on deck that I'm looking over there because that's where they are. Hey, I'm recording a video. Do a lot of spring cleaning and get rid of things that have been pending. Like I have a box that I need to take to Goodwill. And definitely, like I was mentioning, I want to go to more events, more local events, support local artists, and perhaps go away at some point, but we'll see. It's just that I've been feeling a little worried about flying because I don't know if it's sensationalist news or whatnot, but I keep hearing that a lot of airlines are canceling flights due to oil shortages. I don't know how true that is. I haven't flown in a minute, so I don't know. But also, I would hate to be stranded somewhere. Like I think about that, and I'm like, it would be kind of messed up if I decide to go away and I end up getting stranded. And I'm just thinking about that as a single mom makes me feel anxious, not being able to get back here in time for my kids. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I don't know. We're trying our best out here. Yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you and tell you about my journey as a junior in college at 43. It's definitely a sacrifice, but I'm thinking to myself, well, now I just, instead of like thinking about like this huge milestone, like, oh my God, I just have a year and a half left. I'm like, no, I have 3 semesters. So I try to shift my mindset to make it more appealing. And I'm like, no, it's just 3 more semesters and I'll be done. I'll be officially done with my bachelor. I do want to go for my master's, maybe even a doctorate, but we'll see. I'm open and flexible to what life has in store for me. This is gonna be a little funny and a bit of TMI, but we're friends here, right? I just invested in my first bidet, and it's called Butt Buddy, which I think the name is hilarious, right? But no pun intended. But it is the best thing ever. My son, who's 12, actually set it up for me, and I love it. I actually, random side note thing, but like I changed the toilet seats in the 2 bathrooms here. They were like these old dingy plastic ones, and I invested in these like wooden high quality toilet seats. Listen, if you need to upgrade anything in your house, maybe it's a toilet seat. I don't know, just think about it. But however, I got a bidet and I freaking love that thing. Like definitely the first time, it was just like literally my face was like, whoa, what is this? But I love it, and honestly I feel like I'm gonna save on toilet paper. But I love that daggone thing. Like I wonder why I hadn't come around to that before. It just makes more sense, you know? And I feel like especially when I have my moon, it's gonna come in so handy. I'm gonna feel so clean and fresh, and yeah. Anyways, yeah. Now that I have shared far too much information on the internet, I think I'm ready to say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here. Fly free. Bye.